This photographer travels the world capturing the beautiful bleakness of commuting. Commuting is the devil. Take a load of tired and grumpy humans, drop them on a train bus that doesn't have enough seats and costs the earth to ride, and you've got a recipe for unhappiness. But unfortunately, it's the norm for millions of people around the world, 5 days a week, minimum. Photographer Lester Jones has traveled the world capturing the essence of commuting in a beautifully bleak photo series called Their Grind Not Mine, which he perfectly terms a global study of the psychology of commuting. Lester's photos are actually part of the reason I'm freelance. They made me realize how much I hate commuting and that I really can't stand other human beings on public transport. Why are you all so rude, grumpy, miserable? He started sporadic street shots years ago after quitting his job and observing the commute as an outsider, and he's been shooting the series properly for about 18 months now. Lester lives in Sydney, but originally hails from the UK, where he was a TV producer and executive, having worked in broadcasting for 20 years. He worked for the likes of the BBC, Channel 4, Nickelodeon, and Sky, and continued working in TV when he moved overseas in 2008. Alongside his career, he also shot work of his own, stills and motion. I stuck with TV for a long time, but it got to a stage where I got more creative fulfillment from my own work, he tells metro.co.uk. I was lucky enough to have interest in me creating it commercially through directing ads, music videos and branded content, alongside shooting fashion, art and culture work. So why take pics of commuters? When I moved away from my career in TV and started work freelancing, I wasn't a slave to the 9-to-5 grind anymore, he explains. As such, I guess I started seeing the commute as an observer and became aware of a mindset that seemed to represent it, and that was the thing that intrigued me, the examination of the human condition that commuting creates. Lester thinks different elements influence what makes a bad commute. It could be being on buses in the middle of summer when the heaters are on at full blast, or being stuck on snow-covered train platforms amidst lengthy delays in near Arctic temperatures. I do remember that the aftermath of the Hatfield rail crash had long-term repercussions though, and in the months after the accident my commute from Hertfordshire to and from work in southwest London each day was about 2.5 hours. That wasn't much fun, and in all instances, what made them bad was the mindset of frustration they created collectively for all the commuters they impacted. Surprisingly, the majority of people don't actually notice their picture being taken, which makes the images truly candid. What makes a good candidate for Their Grind Not Mine? The first thing I look for is a physical reaction to the surroundings like stress, fatigue and frustration, Lester explains. It's not just about that though. I want to capture moments that inspire a positive reaction from anyone who sees the work, so that they then assess whether they want to be part of this grind or not. When asked if he feels a huge sense of relief heading out on a commute as an outsider, not a participant, Lester revealed that he does. In the instances where I see people experiencing stress, frustration and exhaustion, especially during rush hour, I feel sympathy for the subjects, yet relief that I don't have to go through that every day myself anymore. Photographer recreates iconic photos with the same women decades later. Meet the woman using glitter to turn her stretch marks into art. Meet the artist making single-line tattoos. The most covetable kind of body art photo series captures naked bodies in all their glory to challenge the idea of normal. And do all commutes look the same in every country? Could you be on a bus, train anywhere? Perhaps surprisingly, no. Within each location I try to find a theme and story that makes it somewhat unique, and as the variety of locations I have shot increases I am seeing a wider variety in the stories I find. I head back to London very soon, and cannot wait to shoot and explore my old home city. Below is an image Lester captured from his recent trip back to London. While Lester says the key angle of the project is to focus on the negative mindset that commuting can represent, he reveals that he's also seen a positive side in how certain communities react to the chaos of commuting. In Seoul, the sense of orderly acceptance of what commuting entails was widespread, and in Bali the chaos of what commuting entailed was offset against a very positive mindset. I guess